Mahogany Drake, Zach Merritt, Isabella Garay, and Micah Wagner are all students in John Henson's nonfiction film and video class. Today, we'll be hearing from them about their experiences in the class and how they feel nonfiction film and video will further help them in their majors and prospective careers. These are their stories.
My name is Zach Merritt.
Hi, my name is Mahogany Drake.
My name is Micah Wagner.
Okay, hi, I'm Isabella Garay.
My major is English at Appalachian State University, and I have a minor in communications.
My major is commercial photography.
I'm a communications studies major with a minor in media studies.
I am a digital marketing major with a minor in psychology and in media studies.
My career goals, I would love to become a travel photographer, have my own studio one day. Maybe be an influencer on the internet, social media. I'm not quite sure yet, but those are some things that I wouldn't mind.
I don't really have any lofty or ambitious career goals right now. I'd simply like to find a well-paying job in a walkable city after I graduate. Maybe someday I'd like to be able to monetize some of my hobbies, such as music and art.
My long-term career goals are to be a representative for public relations with a major outdoor company.
Media making and storytelling are both important things to have in your repertoire in the 21st century because so much of the way that we convey information in modern times is done through various media forms, both online and otherwise. So it's really important to be able to communicate in that way.
My career goals, I'm not exactly sure what I want to do still to this day. I've always loved fashion and photography, so maybe one day work for a magazine or be the creative or art director of a company. I've also always wanted to be a visual journalist because I took a class in high school and I was in love with it. Being able to travel the world and take photos and then create art through different mediums is something I've always enjoyed, and I used to do it a lot in my spare time. And I guess also because I am minoring in psychology to hopefully go to grad school for it, either be a therapist or do something with organizational or industrial psychology would be fun for me.
Media marketing and storytelling is important in today's society because technology is a big thing now in the world. And so being able to put your stories out and things like that can be an inspiration to others.
Media arts and documentary filmmaking, I think, will be very helpful to me in furthering my goals, especially my goal of one day monetizing my hobbies. So having a lot of different skills to be able to bring to the table will make that easier for me. So having the ability to create video would be able to help me advertise my music and such. So all kinds of different media making ventures all can come together to help each other.
I think it's important to tell stories and make media in order to pass on information and open up opinions to different perspectives. With that being said, that makes those two very valuable skills.
I believe that media making and storytelling are very important to now because as humans we're always looking for stories, something that either inspires us, it catches our eye, and I think having those types of skill sets allows us to have a more active imagination. And I don't see of course it'd be very beneficial to us as society as we always are creating our own stories and telling stories. That's how myths and legends started, so being able to paint it vividly helps people picture it more clearly.
Media arts and documentary filmmaking can help me reach my goals in many ways. Like I said, I'm not sure what I want to do, but with my degree, it can go more than, commercial photography is more than just taking pictures of something. And so, I might end up taking videos and things for other people and documentaries like that. So I feel like this plus my major will help me out in the long run.
Long term, I think these two things will help me reach my goals by opening me up to different worlds of information and understanding complex issues beyond the surface level. And that's an important skill set to have, especially when working in public relations.
I think media arts and documentary filming will help me reach my goals in life because it's not something that I'm super comfortable with or have done a lot in the past. I think being able to branch out in different types of forms of videography is really helpful. I usually like creating more, I guess more fictional, and I'm not sure what the term is, but more something that people have to interpret, which you still have to do through documentaries and other things. My experience with it is so very little, but being able to do that would be like interesting to apply to other aspects of my life. And if you take like therapy, for example, being a good storyteller and helping people with their own stories is something always beneficial to society. For the original documentary, I'm still unsure of what I want to do because I want to research a lot of topics. Because I'm afraid to do something that has already been overdone. Like, I would be interested in creating something with mental health with the students here at App State, or to like really narrow it down, maybe thrifting in Boone, because a lot of people like sustainable fashion, which I think would be really cool, and then I could learn the secrets of where they go to thrift and how to be a good thrifter. And also it'd like play in my interest with clothes. So I kind of want to choose something that has relation to what I want to do when I'm older, just so I can get more exposure to it, but it's still definitely in the works.
For my final assignment, I think I'd like to pursue a story relating in the realm of DIY music in Boone, just because I know people that are in that scene. It's pretty interesting. There's lots of stories to be told, and I think there would just be a lot to work with there that I could closely get in contact with people. It would be easy for me to tell that story.
What story would I like to put out there in the month? I'm not quite sure yet, honestly. I would love to do something very inspirational. Maybe ties into the fact of it's fine to not know what you want to do in your future, but don't give up and just, I don't know, something in those lines, because I struggled with that coming into college, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so that could be something, but I'm not sure. I know something inspirational. The main character, it can be me, because like I said before, I struggled with that in the past. And so maybe me putting myself out there and being transparent can help others and inspire others.
I will likely pursue the story about the waste spill at the cottages of Boone into the Watauga River.
The main character, I think I would want it to be somebody who is maybe at the center of lots of drama or various things that go on. Somebody that is well connected, somebody that has lots of experiences to talk about.
The main character of my documentary, I don't know. I guess what I'd want to do is interview a bunch of different subjects, and then whoever I feel like is probably like the most comfortable on camera or has a really good story or way of, I guess like being able to tell their story is who I'd want to make my main character. Someone related to the topic I'm obviously going to do my project on. I don't think I think I'd want to do someone like very opposite of me, so I would have a very different point of view, which I think would help me see things better, see things from another perspective. So I think, the main character would just be completely different than from like who I am.
The main characters of this documentary will be the people who spend time in the water, people who depend on the water for their different resources, including water, power, and food, and the various people who go out there to spend time.
What main characters from other movies or documentaries inspire you for this project?
The main inspiration for this has been my passion for both the outdoors and for fly fishing. I've always been very conscious and aware about how our natural resources are being handled. And with my newfound passion for fly fishing, I stumbled across this one with water.
I think the most exciting thing about pursuing this topic would probably be meeting new people, because I think likely I'd want to go out a little bit and talk to people that I don't already know. And I think that would be a lot of fun, just to interact with other musicians and people related to the scene.
What excites me is just me being able to put something like this out there for others, because I want to see everybody succeed in life, and so at a young age it can be really hard and it can be confusing and it can be scary.
What excites me and inspires me to create this documentary is when I was in high school, I was in a videography class and we had to do a documentary. Looking back at it, it was not that good. I did mine on girls that were teenage girls that had jobs in high school. And I realize now, because I think I was able to watch it like a year after because it was connected to my school account. There was a lot of things I could have done better that I wasn't made aware of. So I think being able to do that would be, like, to redo something with the skill set that I have now would be pretty amazing.
I don't really expect to see any changes in the world from the creation of my project. I don't know, I think change usually is something that happens gradually over time in a natural way. I don't really expect to change all that much. I'm a little bit concerned about having time to finish this project. I tend to get a little bit ahead of myself with projects and think bite off more than I can chew. I'm also a little bit worried about getting in contact with the right people because musicians can be kind of difficult to to reach out to and stay in contact with. For resources, all I really need is just my phone. I think I can do a pretty good job, and I have. If I wanted to conduct interviews, I can set up a nice audio setup. So I don't think I would need any resources beyond what I already have.
The change I like to see in the world is more people being successful and more people actually go after their dreams and not letting fear stop them, because that's something that I would have done if I didn't have the supportive people in my life, like my mom. And yeah, so I mean, I guess you can say she was an inspiration to me too, because she helped me a lot.
What inspires you about making this short documentary?
Fuck, bro. That was a question I just answered.